Man, you guys have not seen me in a while, huh? It's been a bit. I wasn't that long ago. I made that little video saying I'm gonna be posting a little bit more. Maybe not daily commentary, but I have a few things that I want to talk about. I actually do want to do some things that are a little different, that are not just commentary. I kind of really want to do like lore quizzes and stuff like that, and talk more about lore. So I might have a little few edited things here and there. Like I think a quiz could be really fun. And I always liked those quizzes on YouTube way back in my day. Like, I don't know, like high school days, middle school days. I used to really love taking those anime opening quizzes where it's like you listen to like a frame of the song and you have to guess the song. I'm really good at some of the older anime openings. I may not have ever watched the anime, but like I don't know, I was kind of banger at it. But today we are going to be talking about anime. So I watched a total of let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I watched 21 animes last season, so you didn't have to. So I'm gonna be going in this in the order of what I liked least to what I liked most. Like this is my list of from last season, what were my favorite animes and least favorite animes, and we're gonna be starting from the least. I'm gonna tell you why, like basically a little short synopsis of the anime, and then tell you why it's where I put it. And yeah, this is my personal opinion. Of course, you're welcome to have your own opinion. If it sounds like something you'd like, even if I don't like it, you might like it. And, it's okay to have wrong opinions. So if you enjoy an anime that I put in last place, it's okay. You're just mentally ill. Okay, so we are going to be starting off with my beloved, my least favorite anime, Uchigiri. I watched a total of 1 episode of this, and my god, was it the dumbest shit. I will say, one of the characters did look nice. I'll give them that. One of them was hot. But even in just the first episode alone, it is just the dumbest shit. Like, I'm just gonna read you the synopsis. It is a sentence long. This is on my anime list. This is just its synopsis of the anime itself. Origin Tomoshibi gets caught up in battles among powerful individuals after reuniting with his former friend Matakara Asumin. Meanwhile, the shadow of a colossal demon appears. Question mark, exclamation mark. That's not a synopsis. That doesn't give anything. That doesn't explain anything about the. Okay, so basically, it is like a boy love fighter anime, is how I would describe it. It's really weird. It is like the first episode throws so many curveballs. Like this dude, so the main characters are like a scrawny little kid that doesn't want to associate with anyone. He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to do anything. He's just a little weakling. And so he finds this girl that he likes, and is like uwu shifingis, and wants to go on a date. But he's fucking socially anxious, socially awkward, like me for real. And so when he tries to go for a date, he's struggling a little bit. And then the girl's sister, the sister's brother comes in, who's like this Yakuza school boss, has piercings. He's the hottest character. I'll give him that. It's a hot character. It's that green one on the intro card. It's this one right here. It's that one. And he's like, the only one who gets to fuck my sister is me, and starts kicking the shit out of this guy. But like an earlier scene sees the guy getting chased by people, getting naked, and rubs on like a genie lamp, and this like gay ass genie pops out and is like, yes, tell me what you want. And then like while he's getting his ass beat by the sister fucker, like he summons the power of gay, and like fucking becomes like a fucking extreme Taiwanese boxer or some shit. And then his friend comes out of nowhere and is like, see, I told you guys he was strong. And it's the stupidest thing. It's so stupid. It's like weird, but not the kind of weird that I find funny. This is like something I'd watch to make fun of, but like not it's like, I don't know. I didn't like it. It's my least favorite anime this season. Of what I've watched, there's probably a few animes that I haven't watched that the reason why I haven't watched them is because they didn't interest me at all. So there may be some things below this, but this is like bottom of the barrel. I did not like this. It was stupid. And up next on our list of my next, you know, like hated anime, it's okay, I guess. Metallic Rogue. I don't like mecha. I don't like robots. I don't like when people transform into robots and fight each other. That is essentially what this anime is. It has a decent premise. It's a pretty cool premise. And I just don't like how they turn into a mecha. I think it's really lazy. I think it's like, I don't know. The villain's kind of cool, but as soon as they start turning into robots, you have lost my interest. Like, I don't know, should I read this? I only watched like one episode of this, so I can't give you a good synopsis, but it's like basically there's two people, they work together. One of them is a good fighter robot, one of them's good at intel, and they're basically trying to fight a secret society. That's the synopsis of this anime. It's, I don't know, I didn't like it. The characters are a little weird. Everything's a little like junted, but they are supposed to be like cyborg AI type people. Like they're not actually true humans, so maybe that's why they're so awkward sometimes. But it was just it was just not interesting to me. The fight scenes were just robots fighting, and like the world is like on Mars and shit, so it's already a little bit of a like, it's not fantasy. It's like sci-fi. I'm not that big of a fan of sci-fi stuff. I'm a way more enjoyer of like fantasy. Fantasy is Pog. A robot's not Pog. So this one would probably be decent if you're fine with mechas, if you're fine with robots and you like more sci-fi stuff. It's not for me. I watched like one, maybe two episodes, and it was just not funny. The fight scenes were mechas, so I didn't care for it. Like, there was interesting concepts, like an interesting villain, but it just didn't feel good to me. So yeah, that's my second least anime. Up next, we have Matoseihe no Slave, which is just chained soldier. This one, I only watched like one episode of this one. I feel like I could have watched more of this. A synopsis of this is basically girls get superpowers and guys are like the housewives to girls because they don't get powers. Randomly one time in the world, like shit started, like there turned out to be like an ultimate dimension, and like tragedy started happening where like people just randomly got like transported there and end up like dying. And of course the main character's like sister ended up happening and doing that, but I'm sure the plot twist is the sister isn't actually dead. It's just one of like the villains and whatever, because they do that trope every single time. And this one's more like kind of like a disguised fetish kind of thing. This is all about pet play. This is all about being a slave. This is all about getting a collar wrapped on you. It's an ecchi, it's sexual at some points, and it is not my cup of tea. I do think the characters are kind of cool. I do think like I think it's a cool setting, it's a cool world, it's cool fantasy. However, slave play is not really my thing. It doesn't seem bad. I would probably watch it, but it didn't pique my interest enough to actually like give it a full shot. It's pretty animation. There's some parts where like when they get into the alternate dimension, it's kind of silly because there's a lot of like CGI monsters and just not well drawn monsters, but it's like there's a million, or there's like thousands of them, so it's like kind of understandable. They animate where you need to, and if you're into ecchis, you'll probably like this one because this is like super sexual, you know. But this is like my third least favorite, so I don't have too much to say about it. I didn't give it much of a chance because it's not something that really interests me. But you know, you might like it if you're an ecchi fan and you like pet play, slave play, horny woman, a shy guy. Like if you're into that type of trope, this one would be great for you. You know what? I probably should have put this next one. I've you know, I'm switching it. I think the slave play is better than this one. This one feels so uninspired to me. I hate this one. I gave it like 1-2 episodes. It is basically gals are super. So some dude comes in from like Tokyo City and then goes to the countryside and meets all the country girls, and they're like different, and it's just like it's like an ecchi mixed with like a harem mixed with like cutesy romance, and it is just a big nothing burger. You've seen it before. The characters to me aren't pretty, they aren't really attractive to me, so I would have no reason. Their personalities are kind of like you've seen them before. They're not too interesting. But yeah, the synopsis is dude from Tokyo moves to country and everything is different now, and he's learning about all the new kids and new students, and it's just like a high school kind of romance, slight ecchi, a little bit of a tease, not anywhere near as ecchi as some of the other things here. I didn't like it at all. I don't like it doesn't interest me. Not a big fan. I did not find interest at all. It's cute, I guess, if you like that type of stuff. It's just I feel like there's better. There's just like there's better romances. This one's just like you've seen it before. Unless the girls interest you, there's no point. There's no point in watching this. There's nothing new. It's like nothing. It's a nothing burger. That's what I feel about this. Okay, and so now up fifth. Well, how many? 21. So what is okay? So what's 21 minus 5? What is 16? So in 16th place, I think 16th place, we have I have a really rare defense skill, and I got kicked out of the heroes party. It's one of those super fucking long titles. It's the strongest tanks labyrinth raids. A tank with a rare 9,999 resistance skill got kicked from the heroes party. Basically, big shield guy. He was fucking up because he doesn't know what his power is, and neither does the heroes, and it's like his one job is to tank. He can't have any swords. He's not good at anything aside from tanking. And like basically he got kicked from the heroes party because the hero's a douche. Well, big surprise. And like while he was like defending, he was like taking his shield was randomly getting depleted because it's kind of like a RPG kind of like game type of thing, where it's like you see health bars and shields and like defense bars and stuff like that. And essentially he gets kicked out because his shields like started like losing strength despite him not even getting hit. And it turns out it's because his special power is that if someone takes damage, it just goes to his shield instead, so it's broken. And he has a sister fetish, like half the animes this season. He's like obsessed with his little sister. He likes her a lot. He finds this like slave girl who's a homunculi, and she's like, you know, homunculi, people are racist against homunculi, but he gave her a shot because he's a really nice guy. And of course the nice guy is the one that got kicked, and he's actually super OP and he's super great, and he's probably gonna like, the hero's gonna like be like, no, I can't believe it, I hate you, you suck, I should have never let you, like he realizes that he really needed that you know, the shield guy, but it's too late. It's just like one of the other animes this season, except it's season 2 and better. This one, the animation's mid. It's not really interesting. It's stuff you've seen before. Like, I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Shield Hero so much, but like just watch Shield Hero instead of this. This is it's a mid. This is mid. It's the animation isn't that good, and it's just like you can guess everything that's gonna happen in this. Like I guessed every single part that's happening so far. It's like it's just so predictable. It's like it's just, I don't think it's that good. Like I think I watched like 3 episodes of it. It was okay. It could not keep my interest even after like the 3 episode rule. So I did give it a fair shot though. I did try. So that was 16th place. 15th place, we have the next one. It's the exact same thing but better. I watched this. So this is basically, I banished from the. It's literally the same thing. It is the same premise, except he's not a defense only type of person. He does a bunch of shit. Banished from the hero's party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside. Season 2. This is just the last anime but better in every way. Season 1 was good. I just couldn't find the like energy to watch season 2. It's good. The animation good. There's 2 seasons, so there's like a lot of episodes, which for some people is good. I mean, these types of animes, I don't even need to give a synopsis because it's literally in the title. This is season 2. Season 1 was good. If you want to watch it, go for it. It's got cool premises. His sister, once again, sister thing, haha. His sister is the hero, and like he basically goes against like God's rule and stops his sister from being the hero, which like defies laws and stuff. And it's good. It's not bad. It's just I didn't watch it this season, so I can't rate it very highly for like season 2. Season 1 I would probably rate decently high, but like it's okay. I didn't feel the need to watch this one, which is why it's rated so low, despite it being like, you know, shrug. Okay, up next we have, oh my god, my beloved Isekai Onsen Paradise. This one's great. This is a wonderful anime. It's so funny. This one is an anime you should watch with friends. I only have a few gripes with it. So here's like the little synopsis from what I've seen of it. Basically, guy gets isekai'd, and his one dream is to just make a hot spring paradise. So he has like a little deity that helps him. He's there to like save the town's finances because they can make money off of the hot springs, and no one's like monetized hot springs in this anime or this like world. And then just like shenanigans ensure, and like the funniest part about this is there's an uncensored version, by the way. So every episode is 4 minutes long, and the intro in the 4-minute long anime is 2 minutes. So it's like half the anime is the intro. It is a 4-minute anime where 2 minutes of it is the intro. That is so funny. That is so, it's like it like, you know how like Crunchyroll or some of those anime sites have like a blue bar or an orange bar of like where to skip the intro? It is half the anime. That blue bar is half the anime. And so it has an uncensored version. It's basically just hot springs. The characters look nice. It's good. It looks nice. It's not too funny, but it's pretty funny. Like it's not bad. I would rather watch this any day than the other animes on this list. I had fun watching like most of this anime, but it's in, okay, so there's an uncensored version, and halfway through the uncensored version, they start censoring it anyway, despite it being the uncensored version. And that is so funny to me as well. And it was just like I was watching this in like the Patreon Discord with like people, and we were having fun, and then like it's just people like Hoko was crying, why is it censored if it's uncensored? It was so funny. It was just a good watch. It was a good time. It's like it's good enough, like the animation's pretty enough where it's like you can enjoy it for the fan service and then enjoy the rest of it by just how silly stupid it is, you know? Like this is an anime that I would watch with your friends, watch with your family, you know, and just have a good time. You're like, you can make a drinking game out of this. Like for every like second of the intro, like take a shot. Great idea. You should do it. Let me make myself a little bigger. Okay. Okay, so that's 15th. So up next, the 14th is Tis Time for Torture Princess. It's a really cute anime. I did not finish it. I did not fully watch it. It's basically like this hard veteran like warrior princess got held captive, and she is like, she would be susceptible to like she would be able to handle any kind of like physical torture where like people are like cutting her, stabbing her. She has like a really hard like will when it comes to that. But because she was so like when she was like a kid, she was taught to only be like trained, only be like sophisticated, don't go out into the world, you are to train, you are to study. She basically didn't have a life because she was training to be the warrior princess. And so how this place, how like the torture happens is they torture her with things that are like really nice, like things that she never got in her childhood because she was so strict. Like, for example, butter toast, or like ramen at nighttime, or like a spa, or being coddled by like a big titty mommy. Like that's literally one of the things that happen. And it's like it's funny. It's the same thing every episode, but it's still a little funny. I would say watch the first 3 episodes, and if it starts getting boring because it's the same thing over and over again, then you know you could stop. But like the first 3 episodes would at least be a good watch for you, because it's like, so she has a sword and the sword can talk, and she's a warrior princess, so she's really strong, and the sword the whole time is like, oh, you'll never get my princess to talk. How dare you even assume you can get such a thing? And it's like she talks every single time because she's being tortured with like delights, worldly delights. And the sword, like obviously the sword's been with her since she was a baby, and seeing how strict and trained and proper she was, and he's just witnessing her get like absolutely mind broken, mind shattered, mind fucked by these like people doing ASMR toast scenes and like really yummy food and like childhood sweets and stuff like that. And so she keeps leaking like super secret details of the kingdom to the demon lord. And the demon lord, which I find the funniest part, is just like every time he gets like some insane information, like for example, one of the things she leaked was like the kingdom's secret weapon, and the demon lord goes like he doesn't want to use the information because it's too scary, like the weapon's too scary. Or like another time is like when the defenses of the kingdom are really low, and then the guy is like, sorry, I can't, I have cram school. And it's like, it's just stupid shit. It's wholesome, it's sweet, it's pretty animation, it's very nice visuals, it's funny, but it's repetitive. So if you don't mind the repetitive like trope of like the same thing happens every episode, but it's like just feels good, fan servicey, cute character, you know, then go for it. You know, it's perfect for you. But it was a little too repetitive for me, but it was still a feels good anime, I would say. So 14th, we have Ninja Kamui. I am pissed about this anime, by the way. I'm just saying, the first like 6 episodes, maybe first 5 episodes, so fucking good. It's such a good concept. It's so cool. It's so nice. The animation is amazing, and it's like such good fight scenes. Like it's so great, and then they fuck it all up. They ruin it. They ruined the anime. I'm so pissed about it. They just shattered it. They ruined it. They like, okay, so it was basically, it's like ninjas basically escaped Japan because the ninja clan started getting corrupt, so a bunch of them left it, and they found this technology to basically completely disguise themselves. And now the Japanese ninjas are like, they teamed up with like American technology, or like fucking like whatever the American, like this fantasy world's America, like their VR systems and stuff like that. And basically they partner up to hunt down and kill these ninjas, despite them being like unfindable, but somehow they're finding them, and they're slowly killing off the ninjas that left the ninja clan, like the people that deserted. And so like most of these ninjas are literally just trying to have a normal life. The one that we follow has a wife and kid, and like the whole first episode is total feels good. It's wonderful. You get to see some really cool like fight scenes, and then I don't want to exactly spoil what happens, so like if this sounds interesting, watch the anime. I'm not going to spoil it. And essentially shit happens, and now he's fighting to basically like kill this corrupt organization. So he's working with like the FBI and shit, and he's got like ninjutsus, he's got like secret techniques, he's got a bunch of different shit. And it's like, it's not just hand-to-hand combat, he's like super speedy, he's got like different ninjutsus and shit like that. And then how they ruin it which is like, I'm giving you this one, like, watch the first 5 episodes, they're good, but like then they turn it into mecha. They put the ninjas in robot suits, which totally takes away from the awesome hand-to-hand combat. Like there was like a bunch of blood, there was a bunch of like cloth movement, there's a bunch of like, you know, like sounds, and it was like just such good movement. And they ruined it because the mechas look like CGI. Like, it doesn't look animated, it doesn't look good. It's just like you can't even see the guys inside. Like there's sometimes where they make like the helmet transparent and like it zooms into like the dude's face inside the mecha suit, and it's like, this is not why I enjoyed this anime. You like ruined it. They just ruined it. That's all they did, was like, it's just not, it's not good anymore. Like the half the appeal was how good the animation was, and you took away half of the animation and turned it into shitty robots. I get it, like the technology is supposed to be like VR and next level, and like that's how the ninjas are evolving and shit, but you don't need to put the main character in a fucking mecha suit. You ruined it. You ruined it. This could have been one of the best animes this season, and it just went downhill. First 5 episodes, golden, great, wonderful concepts, got drama, got wonderful fight scenes, got great characters, you got like amazing, beautiful animation, and it was made by Adult Swim, which is cool because I almost never see that. And like, sad. I got sad. I was so sad. They ruined it. It's still high up because the first 5 episodes are like, mwah, like really good first 5 episodes. But then it goes to shit. So like, I'd say watch the first 5 episodes, then fall into disappointment. Unless you're a mecha fan, then maybe you'll like it. If you're a mecha fan, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what like you need therapy. You need therapy if you like mechas. I'm just saying. Up next on the list, we have Dungeon Meshi. It's delicious in dungeon. It has 24 episodes, so it's technically going into this current season that we are now in. I believe we're in like the spring season now. So yeah, this one's another feels good anime. It's basically just like dungeon divers, and they eat the monsters that are in the dungeons, but they cook it in, it's a cooking anime. It's a dungeon cooking anime. It's really pretty, great visuals, great characters, really funny. Like it's a feel, there's nothing to complain about. It's just like, it's definitely unique. It's not something you normally see, and it's just good. It feels good. It's just, there's not like, for me, like, it's just not enough for me, but it's really good. Like it's really good, but it's not enough to keep me engaged. It's more like it's just like a slice of life. Like a slice of life can't really fully get me like involved in something. Like there needs to be something more, and this lacks that something more, which is why it's so like down on my list. That's why it's in like, I think this is like 13th place or something. It's like, it's a great anime. It's good. It's well animated. It's got really funny moments in it. The characters are great. The cooking scenes are amazing. There's good concepts in it. The characters are all great. Animation good. This has everything to be a good anime, which is why people like it so much. It's a lovable anime. But for me, it's lacking that like Isekai brain go burr kind of like thing for me. Like there's no like super overpowered like ability. There's no like overlying, like there is a little bit of danger because like in the first episode the dude's sister gets eaten by a dragon, so they're going down into the dungeon to like save their sister, and that's the danger. But like by the second episode, it's you totally forget about it at that point. It is just like B plot. It is subplot. The whole plot is just cooking anime, so it's basically a cooking anime. It's like a funny dungeon cooking anime. That's how I would describe it. It's not really like a fantasy. It's not really like I mean, it is a fantasy. Don't get me wrong. It's fantasy. But it's not like a, like dire need. There's no, tensions aren't really high. There's no impending doom. There's not like anything super driving the plot. It's just like, I don't know. It's kind of a chill anime. It's chill. That's how I would describe it. It's chill. Characters are very lovable in it too. Like I love the 4 main characters. They're all cool. But yeah, that's why it's so like low on my list, is there's just not really anything pushing it for me. Up next, we have the weakest tamer began to a journey to pick up trash. This anime, like the first episode is such a drag. It's such a drag. Like it is a very cutesy anime. It's a very wholesome anime. It's pretty good. It's another one of the isekais, but it's like it's reincarnated. It's not isekai, but it's reincarnation. Where maybe it is an isekai. Basically, this little girl has like a voice in her head, so she says random stuff sometimes because like the voice in her head came from our world. So it's like terms that aren't in this fantasy world, like tear gas. Like like this little girl who's just pretending to be a boy because like running away from home and shit. Basically, here's the synopsis of the story. So the girl's name is Ivy, and everyone is born with an ability or multiple abilities, and they all have a star rank, and the stars are considered to be gifts from God. And so this isekai girl ends up getting a 0 star, which means they were basically like, you know, banished from God. They're like, it's one of the taboos. And then everyone around her started hating her. Her parents wanted to throw her out, and she was eventually exiled from her town. Wanted posters, and so now she's basically like traveling around the world, trying to find the capital city because that's what the fortune teller told her to do. And so she goes into towns, she finds some really nice people. Eventually she finds people that she can trust. She meets a slime, which is her friend, and like other animals, and she's a 0 star tamer. So she can't really tame things that are strong. Like they have to be really, really, really weak to tame things. And that's eventually the plot. It's just following a really cute girl on their journey. The animation's really pretty. I hate the intro, I hate the outro, both of them. Like I hate them so much. Like it pissed me. Like when the episode ended, the ending actually pissed me off. Like it made me angry. The ending of this anime made me angry because it starts off with like a really like happy, like you are not alone. It's like dun 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 dun, and it's like you are not alone, and it's like fucking shut the fuck up, shut up, I don't care. God, you're so, it's like the fucking like from Jujutsu Kaisen, you are my special, like shut up, I don't want to hear that. I don't care, stop it. It angers me. So this anime, first episode, it's a really big drag, really pretty anime though. Characters are likable. I ended up watching the entire thing. I ended up liking it. It has some cool concepts. It's not a fighter anime. It is more of a fantasy. It's kind of wholesome. There's like a lot of like depression in it, which I like. And eventually it becomes happy. It's like depression into happy. Feels good, wholesome, cute character, cute mascot, nice other characters. There's like interesting plot. They're trying to like uncover a secret organization that's like child trafficking, and like she's like the voice in her head is really funny sometimes because they, you know, she's saying words from our world, and like the child will like repeat them, and so, you know, she'll be saying something like tear gas, and then the people around her are like, what the fuck are you talking about? She just seems, she's literally just schizophrenic. It's so funny. It's not bad. I like it. It's okay. The first few episodes are really slow, but it does get better. I will say it gets better. It's cute, wholesome anime. That's why it's like decently high up. It's like middle of my list. And now we're starting to get into the animes that I've like watched all of and I really like. So up next, I think, let me count, where are we? Okay, so 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. So this is 11th place. So here we got 10th place. 10th place, my instant death ability is so overpowered, no one in this other world stands a chance against me. There's your synopsis. This is one of the weirdest animes I've ever seen. It's so quirky, it's so weird, it's so weird. I loved every second. Now this is the kind of weird that I liked. The other one, the one that's in the last place, Buchigiri, this is the weird that I don't like. Now this one, this is the weird that I do like. This is funny weird. Like it's a fantasy world, but there's like
like Japanese cities, there's like, it's like they mix so many tropes in with each other. The dude, the title does not lie. His ability is, if he tells someone to die, they die. If he tells anything to die, whether it's like an inanimate object or anything like that, they die. It dies. Like, he could literally say die to momentum, and if he was falling from 5,000 feet, he would just be fine because the momentum has died. Like, it works on gods, it works on immortal beings, it works on everything, it works on everything. And like, he also has the ability to sense someone's like killing motive, like the desire to kill. So he has his system automated to, if someone even thinks about killing him, they die. It's malicious intent. He can feel malicious intent. And if he feels it, he can just tell them to die. It has like such a huge range. It is literally OP. It is straight up OP. And it's funny. There's a lot of funny tropes. He has a girl. It's really funny. It's like really weird. It is obviously the main character's overpowered. Like, this is the definition of overpowered. It's really weird. Like, there's like ancient Japanese tech in it. There's like current day modern tech. There's like the fantasy gaming element. There's Isekai. There's normal real world elements. Everyone has different skills. Some of the skills are really stupid, like counting, and like everyone got a skill. His skill is just die, and he has that in the real world too, because before he was isekai, he was basically like a test subject, and he was considered like Alpha Zero or something like that, and he was kept under supreme lockdown because like he can literally kill anyone and anything. And like, so when he got isekai, one of the later on in the points, like the goddess summons one of the scientists that are taking care of him, and then the scientist is like, oh my god, you saved our world, thank you so much, you got him out of our world, oh my god, you saved us, you saved our world. It was so funny. He was like on his knees thanking her for like taking this monster out of like our human world and into the fantasy world. And the goddess is of course like, what the fuck, what It's pretty funny. It's not an anime for everyone. It is like, it's one of those animes where you can't guess what's going to happen because it's so weird. It's such a weird anime. There's so much shit happening. There's so many different, like, it feels like you're watching like 10 different animes. It's like, it feels ironic. It is like an ironic, funny anime. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a good anime, but it is a fun watch, and that is why it's number 10 on my like this season's anime list. So yeah, that's my number 10. So now we're in the single digits. This is number 9. Mr. Villain's Day Off. This is a slice of life that I can get behind. This is such a wholesome anime. Character designs are great. It's really funny. It's the type of anime where you can watch episode 1 and episode 5, and like, it doesn't matter if you miss the other 3 episodes, because it's like, it's kind of like Family Guy, where it's like, it's just a bunch of funny little things that happen and it's not really congruent. But if you do watch it all the way through, you'll see that there is lore, there is plot, there is like literally a story going on, and events do happen. And like, they even do callbacks to certain things. They bring back certain characters that just seemed like a one-off type of thing. Like, there's this whole, it's just so cute. It's so great. It feels good. It's a wholesome. It's funny. I like it. The animation is okay, but the character designs are just so nice. And like, I like how there's actually plot. It's like slice of life where it's like, it's funnies mixed in with a little dash of plot. And like, you can get the lore, you can see all the different characters, you get the lore of the characters. It's great. It's wonderful. It's basically like a villain is trying to take over the world, and like he deals with Power Rangers pretty much. So it's villains versus Power Rangers, and the trope of this anime is like, so he's like an overlord, he's like a super strong villain, but we don't see him on the days where he's a villain most of the time. Instead, we're seeing him on his day off, and his motto is, if it is my day off, I am not doing anything work related, which means he's just a good guy living a normal human life, even though he's not human. So it's just funny because it's like he's avoiding everything. Like if he sees a colleague or like a ranger, he just does a complete like 180 and walks super fast in the other direction. He just doesn't want to deal with them. He just doesn't want to work because it's his day off. And I think that's funny. It's a sweet anime. It's not like super amazing, but it's sad. It would get that anime itch out of you, you know? It's good. It's wholesome. Up next, 8th place is Fluffy Paradise. Holy, this is the most wholesome anime ever. It is so sweet. It is cute. The animation's great. It's so cute. It is just basically someone dies of overworking, and so God was like, oopsie, my bad. So do you want any listen, my bad, you died. Unlucky. But can you go to this world and make people not racist for me? Like, it's a completely different world. You can keep your memories and I'll give you one superpower. And she was like, I want to touch Fluffy tail. I want animals. I want to be able to hug and fluff and squeeze animals, because that is the one thing that kept me de-stressed in my entire life when I was dying of overwork. And basically she, you know, so she gets reincarnated with the power of every single animal, monster, creature loves her. So she's out there like 2 years old, like hugging like sacred animal beasts, and like every animal likes her. And she even like gets the power of like a dragon. That's the dragon you see there. Like she basically like essentially like tames the dragon. She's like OP, I guess. Like just every animal likes her, but she doesn't really have any magic or anything like that. But every animal likes her. It's really sweet. It's wholesome. It's cute. It's happy. And it is just a satisfying watch. It does get into some lore. It does go into like, it goes into the racism part where people are like, basically like, the god basically tells her, should I eradicate all humanity, find out and try to get rid of the racism, otherwise I'm just gonna nuke this world. And so that's her job. And she slowly starts seeing like the corruptness of like people's, just like some people just hate beast people, some people hate monsters, some people like humans are like the cause of a lot of problems. And she's there to kind of like learn the world, fix the world, and hug a lot of fluffy animals. And damn, is this animal cute. It's very funny at times. Animation's like soft and squishy. Big fan. I liked it. And it even has some like nice plot, nice lore. Not bad. That's why this is, I think, 8th. I'm pretty sure this is 8th. Okay, 7th, we have the Unwanted Undead Adventure. This is one of my favorite animes this season. It is not an isekai for once. Basically, first episode, a dude dies. The dude dies because he found a secret spot in the dungeon. He has been like a adventurer that's like bronze rank or like iron rank or whatever, the lowest elo of adventurer you can be, for like 10 years, and he just wants to be the strongest adventurer, but he's just unlucky because you can't train more than he's trained. So like, despite him having like immense knowledge, like great sophistication, huge like respect from everyone, like it doesn't matter, because he's just stuck because he can't grow anymore. Like he's done the best. So he gets killed, he gets destroyed, and he basically like gets reincarnated in a way as a skeleton. Like he dies and he comes back up. And so he basically reincarnated as a monster in the same world. And like now he can level up because he's a monster now. So he can level up, he can evolve. And so the episodes are just him getting stronger, and now he can actually get stronger. So he can put his knowledge to use, he can put all of his years of training to use, and now he can actually grow stronger. Because it didn't matter how much he trained before, he basically hit a limit. And this allows him, even though he's now a monster, which he doesn't want to be a monster, it's depressing for him, but at least now he can realize his dream and make it come true. So he goes from like skeleton to like ghoul to like lesser ghoul and stuff like that. And so he slowly evolves, and it's a decently pretty anime. I like it a lot. I really like this anime. I know it's only 7th, but that's just because there was a lot of like animes that I enjoyed watching this season. This is one that I looked forward to. Like, this is an anime that I like specifically looked forward to the next episode coming out. It's just it's a good anime. I like it. You might not like it, but I like it. It's just it's an adventure that's been adventuring forever. He's got like huge good reputation. He helps people that he sees. He gives them actual lessons, and he's just a good dude. He's a good dude. And that's cool. I think he's cool. And like, you know, shit happens to him. Okay, so up next we have, I think this is number 6. We have Villainous level 99. This is another anime that now we're in my top animes. These are my favorite animes. These are like my favorite animes. So this one is basically it's a video game. And so basically someone got isekai'd into the video game that they no-lifed because they no-lifed a bunch of video games. And she got reincarnated as the Villainous. And so instead of being the heroine, she's the Villainous. And because she was a gamer, at the age of like 8, she was already max level because she would sneak out of her castle because she's like a Villainous. And she would just go to dungeons and she would train until she's level 99 for basically like 8 years of her life. That's all she did was like level maxing. And so because she's the Villainous and because she's insanely OP because she's max level, and like the highest other level in this world was like level 60 and she's level 99. And so like people think she's faking it at first, and then she of course summons like a black hole, and it's like slowly, like it's kind of in the beginning it may seem a little annoying how like everyone kind of just like hates her and they seem to be ignoring the facts, but she's also kind of like acoustic as well because she like doesn't understand simple social cues. She's not very good at social cues. And it's really fun. It's a fun watch. It's a very wholesome watch. I liked it a lot. This is another one of the animes that I looked forward to. I like OP characters, but it's also like likable characters, and slowly the other characters stop hating her because she doesn't do anything wrong. She literally only helps. Like she's also good, and she shows restraint. She deals with a bunch of shit and she handles it, and it's like she helps the main characters out. She helps everything. She does her best to like not get involved with the main characters, but she helps them when they need help. And eventually, like, and she gets her own little, like, one of the other, this guy in the back here, he's like, he ends up being like her best friend, and like it's like it turns into like a really cute comedy like moment, or really cute romance comedy type moments. I mean, the only downsides I would say about this anime is it's not animated very well. Like, it's not bad by any means. It's not bad. And there's some parts, like there's a dragon later on. Like there's some parts where they use CGI, which it's like really bad CGI. But it's not horrible. Like, it's a cool concept. I liked this one a lot. I would recommend it. It's one of those satisfying isekais. She's like the kudere, where she like is almost like emotionless, but it might just because she's like socially inept, you know? But she's smart, she's good, she understands things that are going on. I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. That was my number 6 anime. Number 5 anime. Top 5. This is number 5. We have The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. This anime was awesome. It's something different. It's another one of those isekais but instead of dying, they get summoned to another world. And basically, they get summoned as healers, but instead of, or heroes, they get summoned as heroes. But what's so funny is he is not the main character, but we follow him, and he basically is the main character. He basically was walking with his so he was just a normal dude. He was average, normal, completely normal. And he was walking with his 2, like, basically upperclassmen, like the people that run the school, pretty much. The school council, like, but they're students, the student council, whatever that is. you know? And so while they were walking, the student councils hear like bells, and then, you know, the dude is like, I don't hear anything. What are you guys talking about? And so they accidentally summon him. And so he is just a normal dude. He is not a hero. He is just a normal dude. And they apologize. They're like, you know, you can just live here, wait it out. We should be able to summon you back eventually. And so when they see their mana, or not mana, their magic, they have like a little orb that shows them their magic. And so when the heroes do it, it's light magic and electric magic. And then when he does it, it's like a green orb, and everyone freaks out because they're like, oh fuck, oh no, she's gonna come. And then he's like, what are you talking about? And of course they don't tell him. And so when the scary woman walks into the room, and you know, they lie about him, saying, oh, he doesn't have anything interesting magic, he's fine, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Of course, like, as the woman, the scary woman's walking out of the room, he's like, so what does it mean if my magic is green? And then the woman is like fucking stares and like grabs him and sprints and runs away, and he's basically kidnapped by this hot woman, this woman here. And like, it's such a good anime. It's basically healing magic, and it's like, it's such a cool concept because I've never seen healing magic used in the way to train your body physically. Like, this healing magic is used to heal yourself while you're training, so you can constantly heal your muscles, you can constantly regain your stamina, you can constantly keep running. It's to make you so you are superhuman, just like the scary green-haired woman is, like the girly, the wonderful, you know, the wonderful. And like, so he ends up training and becomes like a kind of a superhuman to save lives. And it's like, it's a really nice story. The animation's not bad at all. It's at some points predictable, but it is nice. It is really nice. I like this anime a lot. I would recommend it. It's healing magic used in a way that I haven't seen it. It's really funny at times too. Characters are all really likable. I really like the designs of characters. It's super funny at times, and like, it's just good. It's good. I'm not gonna spoil stuff, so like, go watch it if you want to watch it. That was my 5th favorite. Now we got our 4th favorite anime is Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling is probably the hardest hitter. It was the most like expected anime this season. It's the anime that everyone seemed to, you know, be dying for. Everyone wanted this anime. Everyone wanted to like everyone was excited for this anime. It's like a really like big manga. Everyone was excited. It was a little slow in the first few episodes, but I ended up liking it. It's really high ranked for a reason. It's really good. It's basically the character goes from really weak to the character goes really strong, and it's kind of the same concept as the dude who turns into an undead, where it's like, normally as an adventurer you are stuck at whatever like rank or level you were, and you can't really like change that. But with what he goes through, which I'm sure everyone's seen this because it's a huge anime, but what he goes through, he's basically able to level up now, like a video game. And so while people are normally not able to level up at all, not able to increase their power in the slightest, they're only stuck with what they have, and they have no way of like increasing their power. He is able to infinitely scale because he can infinitely level up, and he like levels up his class, he like levels up his stats. He has literal stat bars that he can increase, and he gets stat points and shit, and like he gets rewards. It's basically like he's playing a video game. Like, he's solo leveling in a video game. He does everything solo. And eventually he starts working with someone to like get gates. The plot of the story is basically, it's like our normal world, but all of a sudden gates from like another world opened up and like threatened civilization. So they started getting powers called like I think jobs or something like that, and so they can become hunters. And you know, they are a rank of sorts, and whatever rank you are what you're stuck at. Hunters are very dangerous work, so they get paid normally very well. And the stuff and resources that you can get from the portals can be used in the regular world. Like, so they start using like mana crystals for like sustaining people and stuff like that. It's very cool. It's very good. Very, very well animated. Some really awesome moments. It gets a lot better as it goes on. Like, it only gets better as it goes on. Like, it's not like it only gets better. So if you liked the first 3 episodes, like, it gets better. It just gets better. That's about it. That is my 4th favorite anime this season. Up next, the top 3. The 3rd favorite is 7th Time Loop. The Villainous enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy. Basically, it starts off with, like, essentially she's stuck in a time loop, kind of, where every time she dies, she gets sent back to, like, her wedding ceremony where she's being called of treason despite not doing anything. Like, she basically gets like slandered, and so every time it happens, she decides to do a different thing in life. So at first, she when it first happened and when there was no loop, it was just like the first time she got like slandered, she ended up meeting a band of traveling merchants, and she learned how to be a merchant. And then while she was a merchant, she met someone that was a scholar. And so on her second life, she ended up accidentally missing the merchants. So she decided to try and be a scholar that time, to try and like help people and stuff like that. And then I don't know if it's the second time, but basically every life she decides to do something different. So I think like the first time she was a merchant, the second time she might have been a herbalist, like a doctor. The third time she was a scholar. The fourth time she was a maid. The fifth time she was a soldier. And I think like the sixth time or the fifth time she was like an espionage or a spy of sorts, but she never talks about it. I can't remember exactly. She might have told about it at one point. I can't remember. And the 7th life, which is the life that we follow, is she gets married to the person who kills her. Like who's been the reason for all of her deaths. She basically marries him. And now she's trying to live a nice life. And it's really cute. She's bringing every knowledge that she has from her previous lives. She's like a complete smurf. She still has her soldier talents. She still has her like maid talents. She still has her like scholar. She's so smart. She basically has like 35 years of knowledge up her like ass, bro, and she could just pull it out. She's like so interesting, and she's so smart. She's such a smart character, and it's nice to have one of these satisfyingly smart characters. There's still moments of like blushing, romance, comedy, cutesiness, and it's just a good anime. That is why it is my top 3. It is my 3rd favorite. Now, my 2nd favorite anime. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for my 2nd favorite anime? Gushing over magical girls. My 2nd favorite anime. This anime I was expecting to watch this ironically and it being just funny. It's really good. Like, if you ignore the whole like sexualizing children aspect. So here's a little like note. This is not going to be for everyone, because this is like this is practically porn. Like, this is practically porn, and they're like high schoolers, and they're like, you know, they're like little anime girls. So that's already gonna be a huge turnoff for a lot of people. But if you look past all of the porn, if you look past all the hentai, all the super ecchi moments, there's such good things they do in this anime. They have really good, so there's 3 main villains, and there's the villains are the people that you follow. There's 3 main villains and 3 main magical girls. You see like here, and each of them are of like a representation of the other person. It's almost like a mirror where they're like reflected. The main character is very sadistic, but like that's only when they transform, and they're normally really shy and cute and sweet and very like, she loves the magical girls. She never wants to actually she doesn't want to actually like kill them, you know? She just wants, because she was always a fan of magical girls, and I think that's a cute concept. And essentially, like, her sadism is a reflection of the other girl's masochism. They're both freaks. This cute, like, the little girl here, which they never sexualize once. She's like she's super young. They don't sexualize. They literally take her. You can see her being taken out of like any of the sexual moments. She's not. They don't do anything. They have a boundary. They have a line. They don't cross that one. And she's basically like, she's a little girl who likes playing with dolls, and her power is kind of like a dollhouse, and anything that happens in the dollhouse, anything that she can imagine becomes a reality pretty much. And so she doesn't really get motherly attention. So she wants to be a mother. She wants to be like a nurse. She wants to be like a mother. She wants to like take care of people. And so it reflects really well with the pink-haired character, who is basically the mother character of the other characters, but because she's so motherly at times, she has like times where she doesn't want to worry about it. She's like she plays the child sometimes, despite being like the motherly character typically, and it's interesting. It's just like the dynamics are really weird. And then these two are basically like, they're both like insecure about a part of themselves that makes them strong. Like this one, she's a magical girl and her power is like huge fucking fuck off hammers, or like hands, where she's really strong and because she can punch people really, really hard, but it's unsightly for a magical girl to have that power. And this girl, she just has guns, basically, is her power, but her true power, which I'm not going to spoil it, she doesn't use because she thinks it's unsightly. So it's like they're both very aggressive characters that have like their like little bits of insecurities. And then there's just a bunch of fucking cool shit they do in this anime, where it's like, if this was in any anime that wasn't like a like hentai anime, this would be it would be so good. So many people would like it. So many people would watch it. But it's like a hentai, so no one's gonna watch it. Like, there's one part which I love when they do this, where like once you meet all of the characters, they change the ending to be sung by every single one of the characters. So you get to hear everyone's different voices, and they're all singing. And it's whenever the characters on screen, you can hear them singing their part. The ending is really cute. The opening is really cute. And they just have like such like it kept surprising me with like how much like good writing there was in this, because like I was expecting this to be stupid, ironic, just like fetish. Don't get me wrong, it's very fetishy. It's like it does like a different fetish. There's bondage, there's sadism, there's masochism, there's literally diaper scenes in this anime. Like there's pissing scenes, there's so much. There's like if you can think of a fetish, it's probably in this anime. And it's like there's like voyeurism, where it's like they it's don't get me wrong, it's sexual, it's practically porn, but it's still one of my favorites. If you can look past the part that they're like anime girls that are young, and if you can look past the part that it is a hentai, and you just look at the writing of the show, it's really good. I really like the writing. I love the people's powers. I like the concept. I like how each of them go through their own different arcs. I like how like if you cut out the porn, you get the good stuff. And like, some people are into that fan service anyway, so it could be a win-win for you, you know? It's also my controversial pick, of course. Like I couldn't just have like, you know, I had to have some kind of controversial pick, whether it be in the bottom or the top, you know? So this is my second favorite anime. I liked it way more than I thought I would. Like, I thought I was gonna be watching this as a joke, as it being ironic, as it being funny. But there's just so many good moments, such good good writing in it, that like it just made it to my top two. It was another anime where I was looking forward to the next episode. There's also a censored and an uncensored version for you people that are horny and want to see titties. There's uncensored. You only get to see titties though. It's not uncensored to the point of like seeing more, but they do more. They do more. It's only girls though, so it's like, yeah, it's like lesbian shit sometimes. Just, you know, that's my little thing. The synopsis, which I'm giving a little late, is basically there's a girl that really likes magical girls. She's really shy, she's really sweet, and she wants to be a magical girl herself. And so one of the mascot characters goes up to her and was like, hey, you want to be a magical girl? And then she's like, of course. Or either that or she's like, hey, do you want to fight magical girls? And she's like, no. And the mascot was like, well, too bad. And then like turns her anyway. And she ends up being a villainous, which is not what she wanted. She wanted to be a magical girl, if anything, because she really likes them. But it's the fact that she likes the like girls so much, that's what gives her power. And she eventually, you know, she's making them stronger because she's pushing them, you know. But like her true like fucking evil side kind of pops up because like she goes into full sadism mode. Like she's not like, you know, like she's not what's it called, I wouldn't say she's not hurting them, but she's not like trying to defeat them or kill them. Like the one time she like accidentally defeated, like mind broke one of them, she like looked down at them in disgust. Like fucking, you disappoint me. How dare you? How dare you break? How dare you? Like the other one's like going on their knees saying like, oh Magia, master, please. And she's like fucking brain broken. And she just looks down at the magical girl and she's just disgusted. That's not what she loves. She loves how strong the magical girls are and how like she loves the magical girls. Anyway, I'm not gonna keep ranting about this anime. I like it. You might not. It's definitely like it's a taboo because it's like they look pretty young. They look pretty young. And it's basically just porn. So it's definitely not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. So that's my preface to this. And then my top one favorite anime of this last season that I watched all the episodes for, and even the previous season, Magic to Muscle. This anime was so funny. It was so funny. It's got the satisfying element of the people being really strong. It's got an amazing opening, which is how I even found out about the anime to begin with, was because like I'm sure you've heard this song on TikTok. It's like the one where it goes like, I like a bling bang bang bling bang bang bling bang bang bong bam 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 ba da dum dum dum. Like it's that song. Like you've definitely heard it on TikTok. It's got like the really quirky dance and like, you know, it's the intro is what got me to watch it. I watched the first season and the second season. The second season came out. Like it is happening during this, you know, like that's what I was watching this season is the second season. I would recommend both seasons. They're both really good, really funny. Guys, OP, dense, funny, lots of it's like a comedy. It's like One Punch Man in the current year. It's got plot points. It's got great. It's essentially like if I were to give a synopsis, it would be One Punch Man as a teen with hair. And he's essentially trying to make it so the world sees people like right now the world is very racist against people without magic, and he's there to show people that you don't need magic, you can just have muscles, you know, like just because you're magically doesn't mean that you're useless, that you're frowned upon by God, you know. So it's a good concept. It's a good, you know, it's good. It's really funny, and it's you know, I may not be talking about it as much as the magical girl anime, but there's not much to say. It's just it's a funny anime. It's a comedic anime. It's a satisfying anime, and it's like got bangers. It's sometimes it's a little over the top, but it's like, I don't know, it scratches the itch for me, you know. Like they got super good character designs, like some really unique powers and magic and stuff like that. and it's just really satisfying to see this dude just like wipe the floor, but it's not always like obvious he's going to win. And there's some times where he doesn't win, and that's cool. It's not like One Punch Man where it's like, you know, one punch and they're dead. It's like he works, he does it, he does his job. It's like really long extended fights because it's not just one punch and they're dead. It's like he has to out brawn their magic essentially. So a lot of times it ends up him like having to deal with their magic and then beat the shit out of them. And that's funny. And there's some like really good scenes of it too, where it's like some guy was telling him, I could expel you at any time, you know. And bro starts like, he dug the person that said that into the ground and starts like burying him alive. And he was like, I can bury you anytime I want. If you get me expelled, it doesn't matter if I'm in jail, it doesn't matter if I'm cut in half, I will bury you alive. I will fucking kill you. And it's like holy shit. And it's just so funny. The guy is like not very smart, but he cares, though he seems like kind of emotionless, but he does care. And it's like he's just super blunt, like takes things kind of literally. He's like, he's not the smartest cookie, but he's also not stupid. It's great. It's great. It's wonderful. Holy shit, this video was an hour and 11 minutes long. Well, anyway, that was all of the 22 animes I watched, my synopsis on them, my review, and why they were placed, how they were placed. I'm gonna go through them quickly, one at a time. Favorite anime: Magic the Muscles season 2. I watched season 1 and season 2. I would recommend it. Very funny, very comedic, very satisfying, and has really good opening. Second favorite, second number 2 spot goes to Magical Girls. Gushing over Magical Girls. It's porn, and not everyone's gonna want to watch it. Like, it's technically not porn, but it's if it has uncensored, it's like, it's pretty much there. And there's some parts where they're like kind of straight up fucking, but they're not actually, well, like, you know, girl fucking. There's a lot of also weird fetishes in this as well. Like I mentioned, there's literally a diaper scene and she like pisses it and shit. So, well, not shit, but like pisses. Anyway, it's interesting. It is an interesting. It's got a lot of good points though. I would still give it a try. If these things don't bother you, then give it a shot. Give it a watch. Give it a listen. My third favorite is the Seventh Time Loop. Very satisfying. I liked it a lot. One of the things I looked forward to the most was this anime. Animation is very pretty at times, but it also, like, you can tell it wasn't made by one of those like AA studios, you know, like it doesn't have the animation signs of like a top-notch studio. It seems more like a studio that cares, but they don't have insane amount of money, you know. It's still really nice, still really good. Animation's still good, just not like S tier animation, but plot makes it well worth it. It's like a fucking smart main character, which is always really nice when the main character can do shit herself and is just like, she's a smurf, man. She's cracked. Up next, we got our Solo Leveling. I'm sure you've all watched it by now. It is the highest anticipated anime last season, and it's finished. I'm a little sad that there's only 12 episodes. There is a new season that has already been announced. It was, you know, it's good. I like it a lot. There's a reason why it's super popular. People really like it. Very high, like, appeasing manga, and it was good. I'm sad that there's only 12 episodes. There could have easily been 24, 25, but there wasn't. They didn't do it. Unlucky. But season 2 is already announced. We don't know when, but it's been announced that it's like being worked on. Up next, we got our Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. I like it. I like it a lot. It's very cool abilities. Well, very cool way that they use their abilities. It's basically humans fighting demons, and it's cool concepts. Villainous, level 99, another satisfying anime. It's an isekai. It's one where the main character is overpowered, OP. I liked it. It won't be for everyone. The animation is probably one of the least good in this season. But it's still good. Like it's not like it wouldn't be a turnoff. Maybe the CGI might be a little bit of a turnoff, but you don't get that until the later episodes anyway. But it's just, you watch it for the character. You watch it for the main character, you know? And the other characters, like all the character designs are pretty good. Pretty good in that. Up next, Unwanted Undead Adventure. Very good anime. Would recommend. It's just really nice. It's a really good concept. It's basically solo leveling, except he's just turned into a like zombie, you know, like turned into a skeleton and then slowly evolves. So it's the same concept of solo leveling, just told in a different way. Fluffy Paradise, very wholesome. If you want like a slice of life happy type of anime, this is cutesy. This will fill the void in your heart. It's just, if you're looking for a happy anime and you like cute, if you like cute, this is for you. Like, especially if you like animals. Mr. Villain's Day Off is if you're looking for something wholesome, a wholesome comedy. This is great. This is great for you if you want a wholesome comedy. Big fan. This is if you're looking for something like weird to watch. This is weird. This is a really weird anime. This is the instant death ability one. It's just weird. If you're looking for something weird to watch, go for it. Watch it. Enjoy it. So this is The Weakest Tamer. This is a slow burner, but it ends up getting pretty good. It's decent. It's not bad. I would recommend it. It's okay. Like, if you can't get past the first like few episodes, then like it's fine. You don't have to watch it. It's a cutesy one. It's got a little bit of depression in it. A tiny bit of fighting, but it's never the main character who fights. It's a pretty peaceful anime, pretty wholesome. Dungeon Meshi, this one I feel like a lot of people will like. It's basically cooking anime, but dungeons. Great characters, great animation, has a full 24 episodes, so you're gonna be eating good for a while. It's still going on through this current season. So if you like cooking animes and you like fantasy elements and dungeons, I would say give this a watch. It's pretty good. I haven't heard anyone complain. The only thing is there's no like epic Isekai fight scenes, you know, where it's like there's no high stakes in this anime. That's the only downside I have for this. Ninja Kamui, watch the first 5 episodes, then drop it. It turns into a mecha anime, but for the first 5 episodes, it's not. First 5 episodes, really good anime. Then it ruins. It's just fucking downhill from there. Up next, Torture Princess. It's a really wholesome anime. Can get your cuteness, a little bit of comedy, a little bit of cuteness. The only thing is it's very repetitive, so if you can handle the repetitive type of style of anime, and go for it, watch it, enjoy it. If you can't, it's probably not for you. Maybe watch an episode or 2, get the gist of it, and then you're good to go. Onsen anime, watch this. If it's funny, it's funny. Watch it with people. Watch it to make fun of it, kind of like just don't take it literally. It's just a stupid fucking, it's literally 4 minutes an episode, bro. You'll be good. This one, I mean, it's a season 2 anime, so if you didn't watch season 1, like, then you're not gonna watch this. It's not bad. It's good. I liked season 1. I just didn't care enough to watch season 2. I would say go for it if you wanna. Like, if you're gonna like watch season 1, and if you like season 1, then watch season 2. Up next, this is just the worst version of the one that we just looked at. This is the strongest tank. It's literally the same concept. It's like another sister file, except this one is way more sister file than like the other one. And he's just, I don't know, this one lacks the personality that the other one has. Like, if you're going to watch one of the two, watch this one. Don't watch this one. This one, lost cause, not that good. Chain Soldier, it's okay. I'm sure it can be better. I just didn't give it too much of a watch. I didn't give it too much of a chance. It's like, if you're like a fan of ecchi, if you like slave play, pet play, that type of fetish, then go for it. You'd probably like it. If not, I would say give it a pass. This one, gal, don't I just don't think it's worth a watch in general. Unless you like how these characters look, it's not worth it. And the main character is kind of mid as well, so just not worth it. Metallic Rogue, unless you like mecha, don't watch this. If you like mecha, probably not bad. And Buchigiri, don't watch it. Unless you want something really weird that's like it's just really weird. It's maybe if I went into it like knowing that I was just gonna be really weird, I would have liked it more, but it didn't. It's not like the other really weird one. I don't know. That's my thoughts. That's what I gotta say about this. I watched 22 animes last season, so you didn't have to. And I'm gonna be trying to do the same again for this season. So once we get to like 3 episodes per season, I'll do another video of like my thoughts so far on the like episodes and stuff like that for the current season, which is the winter season. And there's slime anime. There's a lot of big hitters this one, but they're like season 2, season 3 type stuff. Like there's the Demon Slayer, that one's like coming out. There's the fucking Konosuba, stuff like that. So well, at least, you know, I haven't done a daily commentary style video in forever, so like at least you guys got like an hour and 20-minute video to watch. Like it's a big project. Like yippee, good job. But yeah, if you made it this far into the video, please leave an algorithmic comment down below. I would appreciate it. What was your favorite anime this season? I would love to know. Do you agree with my list? Do you not agree with my list? Is there anything that you don't like? Like, is there anything you disagree with? There are plenty of comments to be had. This is very, you know, you could talk about any kind of, you know, you got a good place, good place to talk. Leave a like if you liked it. If you didn't like it, you know, I'll kill you and your family, your entire, you know, lineage as well. I'm gonna taint your bloodline. I'm gonna be just any kind of like lineage you have in front of or like below you. It'll be gone forever. Your dog, your dad's dog, your wife, your wife's boyfriend. I'll kill them all. They'll all die if you didn't like the video. But yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. So bye bye.